There, get out now, because he won't be able to save them when the storm strikes. We'll speak to the governor. Plus, new concerns about the state running out of gas, evacuating hospitals and the elderly, and the safety of nuclear power plants. We'll take you there live. And just a short time from now, President Trump holding a news conference over looking at live pictures. He's expected to, but also he'll deal with the arrangement that he worked out with the Democrats that has left his own party and furious.
This is CNN Breaking News.
Well, let's get to the breaking news. Hurricane Irma, already one of the most powerful Atlantic storms in history, and it's headed for Florida. Moments ago, the president expressed confidence in the state's preparations.
We're very concerned. We are working very hard. We have tremendous groups of talented people there. We think we're as well prepared as you can possibly be.
Right now, Hurricane Irma is ripping through the northern Caribbean, hitting island after island and leaving at least 6 people dead. Most deaths are in St. Martin. Here you can see damage. It's homes and businesses flattened by the immense power. Irma, it decimated, by the way, the island of Barbuda. The prime minister there is saying it is now barely habitable. Puerto Rico, more than 1 million people are without power. Tens of thousands have no running water. Right now in Florida, it's bracing for a direct hit from the storm the size of Texas. Our meteorologist, Chad Myers, is tracking all of this for us, Chad. So first of all, where is Irma right now, and will it make a direct hit on the United States?
It is north of the Dominican Republic, and yes. I know you're not used to getting a correct answer from all the politicians you talk to, but my answer is yes. It absolutely hits the U.S. Florida, Georgia, or the Carolinas first, that's where we don't yet know. The storm is 175 miles per hour. It's moving to the northwest. We already have hurricane warnings for the Turks and Caicos and now hurricane watches for the Keys, all the way up to about Fort Pierce and almost down to the other side to about Cape Coral. Now, I know those aren't exact points, but you get the idea. You can see the pink. Oh, you say, why? Why would we do a hurricane watch? It's a timing thing. 48 hours, 72 hours, 36 hours, all about when the watches warnings are posted. So warnings absolutely tomorrow as that thing moves our way. A large storm, not any power whatsoever. A direct impact in the center of the cone right near Miami, possibly over in Key Largo, all those people that are refusing to evacuate. This of water, this surge may be 18 feet high. These are like 8 to 10 feet high. I know there's one spot in Key Largo about 16 feet high. That's it. The water will completely wash the Keys if it's a direct hit. And then you get very close to a populated area from Key Biscayne right all the way up into, oh gosh, I don't even know if you want to call it Fort Pierce or do you want to call it Jupiter. Still could be on right there. A little bit offshore and then on land. Obviously, if there's a cone, it can go the other. If it comes back out here, people in Florida go, woo, yes, we got missed. The problem is, it's still 160 miles per hour, right, because it never hit any land. And where's it going? Into the Carolinas, Georgia, somewhere up there. It's going to turn left eventually. So, yes, someone gets hit. Is it here, here, here? Or I'm not sure exactly where worst case scenario is. There's tens of billions of dollars in damage no matter where it hits. You just have to take precautions. Here's the European model. Where does it go? Right through and north of Key Largo, right Key Biscayne. There's a Wild Bear National Park right there, up Fort Lauderdale, doing with power winds here. That's a EF 3, almost 4 tornado on the ground force. That's 40 miles wide. How much that would do in Oklahoma? Think of what it would do in downtowns like all those from Fort Lauderdale all the way northward, including Miami as well. There's the American model, slightly offshore, tens of billions of dollars less damage, and also the potential for a less loss of life. But, Wolf, I don't tell people to totally evacuate. That doesn't mean anything to them.
I don't understand that either. But here's a question. Why the difference between the European model, which projects in Fort Lauderdale going up to Palm Beach County, opposed to the U.S., and which one has a better track record?
It's hard to answer that question. The European model is a 4-dimensional model, means it moves its data points 4-dimensionally. So it's time, space, it's up, down, east, west, north, south, and time. The U.S. model only does, they take all the same time. The model runs at 8 a.m. and 8 p.m. That's it, period. They don't care about anything else. So it's a little bit of a difference how they put it in there. But I'm going to tell you, if you talk about 40 miles, I mean, those are exact. The problem is we have a major city in the way. If that was, let's say, talking about anywhere in the continental U.S. in Texas, and you had 40 miles one way or the other with 7 hours notice in Corpus Christi, that's a win. And that's where Harvey, the models have really won. We really have this down to a good science, and 40, I know it makes a huge difference, Lauderdale and the like, but in the grand scheme of things, 72 hours out, they're almost the same.
Yeah, if people are told to evacuate, they got to evacuate. They got to listen to the authorities. Chat, stand by. Toward Florida, they're bracing for the worst. Mandatory evacuation issued for Florida Keys, the low-lying parts of Miami-Dade County, as well as Broward County, Fort Lauderdale. But there are all concerns about gas shortages, price gouging, water supply. CNN's Rosa Flores joining us now from Miami Beach. Rosa, so what's happening there where you are?
You know, Wolf, there is a lot of worry. There is a lot of stress as residents patch up their homes with pieces of, grab their kids, jump in the car, and then hope for the best as they head. You talked about price gouging. You talk about gas shortages. That is a huge worry as the interstates bumper to bumper head out of this southern part of Florida. Now, when it comes to evacuations, as you mentioned, Miami-Dade is under a mandatory evacuation for a few areas. Zone A, which is along the coast, multiple areas, including this island that you might see here, which is on the south side. And then there's where I'm standing right now in Miami Beach. All of these areas, including areas where live in mobile homes, those under evacuation. Our friends to the south in Monroe County, according to the governor, more than 31,000 people have already headed north. Our friends to the north in Broward County, anyone living in a low-lying area, anyone living in a mobile home, anyone living east of US 1, which includes Fort Lauderdale, Hollywood, Pompano Beach, Deerfield Beach. All of those folks are encouraged and are under mandatory evacuation to leave north, and that only way out of this peninsula, Wolf. As you know, you can't go east, you can't go west, you have to go north. Now, when it comes to price gouging, the state attorney here in Dade County has activated a hotline for report pricing because, of course, in these dire times, there's always people who are going to try to take advantage of others, and the message from Florida is don't do it. You're going to get caught and you're going to get punished. Wolf.
All right, Rosa, stand by over there. Rosa Flores at Miami Beach for us under evacuation orders, at least big chunks of it. The thought says getting enough fuel into top priorities right now. He's joining us. I know you're very busy. Thanks very much for joining us, updating our viewers. So first of all, on this issue, which is so sensitive, people are lining up on lines to get gas for their cars. What are you able to do about that?
Well, last night I had a call with the retailers, the gas stations. This could I do. This morning the major oil companies, and then I've done the carriers that take the fuel from our ports to their. What can I do? So now what we're doing is we're providing escorts so they can get fast to the station, get back to get more gas from the ports as fast as we can. We're working to make sure that as many vessels can get into it. So we have as much. We are getting some waivers of some federal regulations. I talked to Scott Pruitt this morning. He just got EPA just got us some waivers to allow us to have more fuel in the state. We are working on getting some more. The oil companies are helping us try to get some more ships in. Unfortunately, Everglades